It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Baker Mayfield. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Jags. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Mayfield off the play fake. That's complete downfield to James. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now Mayfield. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Fights through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time. And they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Jaguars at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
It is so difficult to run the ball against that defensive front. They make short gains like that feel like 10 to 15-yard runs. Everything's an effort.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go again with Pierce. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just run them and hit.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. That was short one to Gesicki, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Pierce takes it straight ahead. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Lawrence on 1st down. This ball caught by Strange. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I got him. Here we go.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Etienne up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Draw play, ETN. Nice little juke. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Agnew now to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd down and 3. Etienne once more. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Red on red.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 95 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. 9 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
A handoff for ETN. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jaguars.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jags are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Mayfield. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's a give to ETN. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Hey, here we go.
Another tote for ETN. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They work now on 2nd and 9. A give running right, ETN. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 136 yards rushing for him now to this point. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's ETN. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. ETN. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Going for it, here's ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And able to get this out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, right back to ETN. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Jaguars, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6, and they